Welcome everyone. I'm Dusk and this is my first monthly Q&A video. I do apologize for the delay, but I did end up getting real busy this week. But luckily things are going to calm down pretty soon here. Anyways, gonna get right into it then. Alright, starting off here, we'll start with Lily's question. What is your real life job? Well, I'm actually an actor. A theater actor to be exact. So on stage, plays, things of that nature. It's actually quite a bit of fun. You get to bring things to characters, you get to goof off during rehearsals. The stage fright just melts away. I never really had stage fright. The only thing that really gives me trouble in acting sometimes is dying realistically from gun wounds. That's something I had to work on. Other than that, I'm pretty solid. I like being a comedic character personally. That's what I can do best. I do often get cast as younger guys, angry characters, people throw tantrums, little brothers, things of that nature. One time I was a snooty sporting goods manager. And the thing I brought to the character was I decided I'd smack my lips and director liked that. So we roll with it. It's pretty fun. It's hard to put into words though, how much I like this. It's just a good way to get out your energy. Otohime Nana asks, can you tell us more about your cat? Well, I certainly can. Her name is Mercy and we adopted her from a shelter. The name is not an Overwatch reference. That was a name given to her. And we didn't want to take it away from her or anything. It'd be too weird for a cat to try to learn a new name, I think. Never tried it. Yeah, she's an American Longhair, and a very friendly cat. Gets along with people, and unlike other cats I've had, she doesn't run and hide when someone's coming at the door or anything. She wants to sniff them, she wants to meet them. It's interesting. And, while she's not a lap cat, she does really want attention sometimes. Sometimes she will, push open my door, slamming it up against my closet inadvertently. Because a slam, they'll startle her and startle me. But sometimes she can slip in here undetected. She's a pretty cute cat. I mean, I could make cat videos about her, but I feel that would be selling out, so I won't. Taking the easy way out. Pardon me with the pronunciation on this one. Gylos Hewick asks, what is the most unfair boss in Guild Wars 2? Well, that's a pretty easy question. Definitely the final boss in Heart of Thorns. That battle is just ridiculous. But mostly because of the bugs, though. I think if they fixed the bugs, it would be perfectly fine, it wouldn't be unfair, but because the bugs are there and they still haven't fixed them, I have yet to revisit the fight, and I don't think I'm going to, not for a long time. I did have this idea of going in there with a bunch of friends, but none of my friends actually, not many of them, really completed the Heart of Thorns storyline anyway, so nobody wants to do it. It's not exactly fun either. It's pretty grueling, can be time consuming if you have trouble. I hear there's even still some bugs, even in multi. That can make it impossible to finish off the boss or something. I don't want to deal with that. So I'm gonna be avoiding that encounter. Maybe one day I'll revisit it, but only once they fix all the bugs. Humbo's question here is favorite meme? In before Harambe. I don't know. Probably Gutsman's ass. Maybe all your base belong to us for a classic. MOG. And the sad violin, definitely. Sad romance, whatever that one's called. That one's quite a lot of fun. There's quite a few that are entertaining, but some do get stale and spammed in inappropriate situations. Funny thing is, quite a few people in my free company in Final Fantasy XIV don't know about Harambe. So they're like, what's Harambe? I'm pretty shocked. Because you see that one everywhere now. It's even more spam than certain Skyrim meme that was around a while back. And someone in my FC apparently actually got banned for posting the Harambe meme. I know they used the version of it for a certain word, but that's ridiculous. It's not a reportable offense to say a meme. It's not harsh or abusive language. It's just a joke. Some people just need to grow thicker skin, I think. Memes are just meant to be fun. You're not meant to get, enraged upon seeing them. Alright? T-Rect asks, why don't you swear anymore? Well, that's a pretty interesting question. Pretty fair. Pretty appropriate considering the last one. Well, since I felt it creates a more positive reception to my videos. It has helped, actually. People don't want to hear you just be angry and swearing all the time. I mean, that's cliche that's been done. I'm no angry video game nerd. And, it doesn't really enhance a video. Sometimes I do it still, though, but I just try to cut back on it. Only swear when it really calls for it, when I really have to. like in the final battle of Heart of Thorns, or in I'll unveil that run I had where the pull went bad, tank died, and the mobs probably aggroed onto me. Situations that call for it, I will still swear. But as of right now, it really does seem it does help build a more positive reception. If you swear too much, it's just like you're trying too hard or trying to be edgy or something sometimes. It can give people a negative perception of you. The next question here is from Nix, asking, how is your static doing in the current Alexander Midas raid tier? We made it to 7, but sadly, some of our readers, they just got sick of the game and decided that was it. This would be our last week. It's pretty sad. So we were doing pretty well, actually. And on the last night, we got him down to, the boss of 7, down to 0.65%, so less than 1%, and we just about had it. It's just a shame they really lost their passion for the game and wanted to take a break. I can understand that, though. But at least we didn't disband because of drama or conflicts between our members. It was on happy terms. Bittersweet, but felt a little bitter there. Would have liked a happy ending where we just got to get into 8 before the next year, but what can you do? I don't know, it was a real cool bunch, a real chill group. There was no drama, aside from the bards, though. It's really odd, it was always the bards that would just leave without saying anything. Happened 2 times in a row, and then the third one said she would be here, but then suddenly disappeared when we needed her, so we had to find a sub. Wouldn't respond to messages on our instant messenger or anything. It's really bizarre. Yeah, statics can be quite fun. I do recommend them. And raiding is pretty fun in Final Fantasy XIV. It adds more depth to the game. You know, can push you to a limit sometimes, learning these mechanics. I highly recommend you try it if you're getting bored of the game. It might revitalize your interest in it. Might not. It's not for everybody, though. So keep that in mind. Pansy Fans ask, play any mobile games? Yes, I do. Puzzles and Dragons and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius are the 2 I play. I'm not really big into mobile games, but those ones I find pretty enjoyable. Puzzle and Dragons is pretty nice if you want, a puzzle game. I'm doing pretty alright on there, but I could be doing better. I just have been lacking in motivation recently, but I did get my Erd Pentamaxed and all that, so I've been doing good on that front. Brave Exvius, though? I'm working on it. So far, I do have a Vaughn who's currently maxed. Let's see, he has full break, and of course cheer, so he's pretty helpful. I might include my friend codes in the description or something if people are interested in adding me. So yeah, good about covers on that front. I'm not too big into mobile games because I don't actually have a smartphone. I play them on my iPod, actually. I'm gonna get a smartphone eventually, because right now this phone is older than a dinosaur, sadly. The Real Pepsi Man asks, did you feel Heart of Thorns was a failure? My answer to that may surprise you. I have to say, no. It's just, overall, it was pretty solid. I did love the music. I'm sad the composer left. The Battle in Tyria will forever be in my head, though. I love that track. The story was pretty alright. Some people took issue with the way you defeated the final boss. It didn't bother me as much. It had to figure out some kind of weakness. I don't think there would have been a way to, tie it in and make it make sense either way. So I think the writers kind of wrote themselves into a corner in that sense. There was no way to appease everybody on that. The thing I take issue with, though, is the mastery grind. I just didn't enjoy that. Gliding is a lot of fun, but grinding is not. They wanted to make it like Metroidvania, but you don't get these masteries through just exploring. You have to grind out events. And I like the events, but you get sick of them after a million times. And it got annoying having to grind these masteries to get to the next chapter of the story. They even had to nerf it at launch. It's like, you needed Poison Mastery or whatever. The one that gives you immunity to poison at first, but then they took away that requirement, luckily. So I was not going to be willing to grab that, so I was really happy. I don't know, they just should have made them more exciting and removed some of the filler ones. And maybe, had you earn some of them. Like some of the Exalted ones or the Itzel ones. What if you got them from doing the events as a form of gratitude from the NPCs? It would make plenty more sense than just beating up things in the jungle and suddenly, oh, I've learned to speak the Itzel's language. Just poor execution on the mastery front. Too grindy. Rin, Chan Crafts ask, why no commentary in your DFO videos? Jeez, that's a mouthful of your name. Anyways, well, I just thought that would be better received without commentary. But in hindsight, maybe you have a point. Maybe you're one of my older subs, I'm guessing, because you must remember a time when I did do commentary on them, and maybe that was more fun that way. But there's not a whole lot that might be exciting to make videos on that I could do, really, solo. My gear is just not good enough. I've got plenty of Chronicle gear, got some epics, I even got a Liberation weapon, but not much best in slot gear. Not a whole lot I can show off. I could never do, like, Anton solo yet. Definitely not in position for that. I just don't like Hell Mode RNG. It's so rough. But maybe I'll still try to come up with something on that front, because the game has hit Steam lately, and I do love that series quite a bit. I mean, I love DFO quite a bit. Play that quite a lot. So, I'll be considering that in the future, so don't worry about it. The last question of this video here is from Clown9, and they're asking, which videos do you feel are your best? That's pretty much a really good question, actually. My favorite Smite video I did? I haven't done that game in a while, but when I went up against Pro Jared, that was a real good game. That's probably one of the reasons I quit the game, though, because I could never have an experience quite as intense and fun as that was, sadly. Because matchmaking, I don't know. When you don't play a game like Smite in a while, your matchmaking rank probably decays. So that's probably why I could not find a match as awesome as that ever again. So that made me sad, you know? I wanted something like that again, because that will make it for a great video and for a great challenge. As far as Guild Wars 2 videos go, I think I liked my Malcolm Mordremoth video, and Hearts and Minds is pretty fun too. But keep in mind there's spoilers in there. Final Fantasy though, I'm trying to think. The Great Go Ball Library video is pretty good. I really wish I would have recorded some videos with my static, but maybe next time in the future. Because I've had quite a few fun experiences with them in-game. Anyways, I think that does it. I might include some annotations or something in the description so you can see the videos I've been mentioning, or any others that come to mind after this video. Okay, that's just about the end of things here, though. The one thing I should say, I should apologize if you wanted to have the text for the questions on screen. I tried doing that in video production, but it just didn't look good enough to me. So, I admitted that. It just looked tacky, it looked wrong, you know? It didn't fit. So until I can find a good way, I might just admit it, but if you disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments. And also, please leave out questions for next month's Q&A. I'm going to try and do this monthly. I should be having much more free time and be uploading videos much more regularly. It's just, I'm just not a summer guy. I can't wait for summer to be over. Can't wait for the heat to go away. You know, I'm more of a winter guy. So, that about sums it up here, folks. It's Dusk, and have a good one now.